Yanbin. At the beginning of this term, I was actually not confident. In the second week, I wrote in the note that the language barrier was my biggest pain point at that time. The local people's accent is difficult for me to adopt, so I basically didn't speak in class and always choose silence. In addition, I have been procrastinating and I can't move at all before the deadline for homework. Looking back now, at that time, I actually just wanted to escape from the environment that made me uncomfortable, and I didn't dare to face it directly. This problem about my spoken English reached its peak in the fourth week. At that time, my classmate Shui and I teamed up to participate in a debate. Because I'm too nervous, I played badly. But after climbing down, this matter also really gave me a lesson. As a business graduate student, is it far from enough to be able to do analysis. From then on, I really began to pay attention to my oral and classroom participation. When discussing cultural humility in the seventh week, I took the initiative to chat with my students from different cultural backgrounds. I asked Sri, why can I sometimes see many Indian students covered with colored powder? She told me that it was the Holi festival in India, which represents saying goodbye to winter and welcome a new beginning. I also told her about the Chinese Dragon Boat festival. She was curious about why we room Dragon Boats, so I told her the historical story of Qu To be a responsible business professional, you really have to understand multiculturalism with curiosity and respect. When I learned Johariya windows in the 8th week, I made a deep reflection on myself, especially about how to treat feedback. This reminded me of my private life. I used to quarrel with my ex-boyfriend and I always complained to my best friend. He told me many times that he hoped that the problem between us could be resolved internally, but I didn't listen at all at that time. And after a long time, my friend disliked him more, and I realized that I destroyed the relationship and lead to the breakup. No matter where you are working in the future, you must have a humble heart to accept feedback, face your blind spot, and climb down to listen to what the other one wants to express. Along the way, I have really changed a lot. The debate that made me a fool become a catalyst for me to practice oil community. Under the guidance of my tutor, I also began to calmly accept those that sound less pleasing. I'm no longer the one who immediately shake into the chair as soon as I encounter discomfortable. After completing the career orientations inventory in the 9th week, I have a plan about my future. I want to be a professor. I would do some academic research and publish some journals, but I also have my strengths: an international master's background, Chinese English bungling ability, and my own outgoing personality. On this whole turn, I feel that my biggest growth is I can control my mentality. In the past, when I encountered a difficult or uncomfortable situation, my first reaction was to turn around and run. But now I prefer to try my best to solve problems and regard every stock and embarrassment as making me stronger. Thank you. That's all my report.